Hey guys, and welcome to a new video here on the Shreducator YouTube channel. My name is Emmanuel, but you can also call me the Shreducator because that's what I like to do. I like to shred. But today, unfortunately, I'm not actually here to shred for you guys, but to explain you some bits and pieces about the very harsh reality of a professional shredder or musician of every genre like I am. Of how the harsh reality really is right now, because everyone knows we are facing hard times right now with the corona crisis, and the whole world is really changing right now. Some say this is just a temporary thing. Some people say that this will be taking months or years. So even the experts are not sure about our future right now, and obviously this influences economy and personal life in many different ways. So not only the music industry is suffering from these things right now, but also obviously like anything else. But I'm a musician, so that is what I can talk about today. The consequences that my colleagues, people I work with are experiencing right now. It's very unlikely that you are getting all your money with just playing shows and tours in 2020. That's the reality, right? It's not as it used to be like years ago. So what you most likely have to do is create an income out of many different sources. Let's say playing concerts, let's say doing lessons, let's say doing social media stuff. So if you add a little money from everywhere, you will get your income. That's how most guys are gonna do it. So let's go into some of these different industries and see what the situation is like there. So in the end, making music mostly results in playing concerts, right? So this is how everything started. Today is the 25th of March, and around 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, most of the big events and concerts with 1,000 people and above have been cancelled, and from time to time basically every concert has been cancelled. And that is something that obviously affects musicians, performing artists that are on stage, but also a whole industry around that. So when you guys go to a concert, it's not only the people on stage that are working there, it's so much stuff around that. Let's start for example, from my experience, when we go on tour with Majesty, we have, even as a medium-sized metal band, we really have a big team, right? So we have techs, guitar tech, drum tech, we have a sound guy, we have a lighting guy, we have a merching guy, mostly we have a bus driver, we might have some stage hands there, we might have a tour manager. But not only our team is involved, but also the guys that are working for the location, for the venue. So starting from the guys who are working at the bar, bringing drinks and stuff to all the people, right? Then we have security guys, we have an office team who are doing all the organization and marketing and whatever for that, right? We have stage hands, we have local techs. So basically there is so many people who are involved in making that happen, and even more people that are even further in the background but that are not even present there. Let's start with, for example, the booking agency, right? So we have a booking agency which is getting us gigs, and for that they get a certain percentage of the money that we're earning there, right? And we have a label who's doing promotion and all that stuff. So as you can see, there's a whole big industry around making a concert, a tour, a festival, whatever happening, right? So the bigger the concert is, the more people are involved. And for all those people who are doing this type of job as a full-time job, from one day to the other, basically all of their income was away. As I said, experts are not even sure about how everything will go on, but let's imagine you are in that situation where all your income is not present anymore, and you don't know when you will be able to earn another wave of income for the next time. Many concerts have been postponed to summer, and it's not even sure if they are taking place. No one can say that right now. We really have to look into how this crisis develops. But let's now move on from this live concert industry to something else. Let's go to teaching, education, giving lessons, right? Because that is what most people do when they're performing musicians. It's really unlikely for most of the guys out there that they can just make a living off playing shows. So most people, including me, also do some other stuff around that. I used to teach a lot. Right now I'm not teaching a lot. I'm teaching like 1 day a week. And I'm mostly teaching like at a private university. There are guys out there who are still offering lessons. I have some colleagues who are doing that, but now the students don't want to join the lesson because they are afraid, and I can understand that. That is so understandable, right? So even if you're offering lessons, if it's not forbidden in wherever country you're living, and even then, if you feel like you can make it safe by, tell the students to wash their hands before attending the lesson, and by having a certain distance between you and the student, right? People might not even want to come to your lesson anymore, right? Because it's not safe. So they don't pay you money, which makes you lose income. And also music schools, they do have a certain responsibility towards the public, towards their students, the parents, the families, their teachers, right? So everyone involved. And what they did in Germany is that basically all of the big music schools, they stopped offering lessons right now, because we really came to a point where it's not only dangerous to go out and to attend big events, but where it's also dangerous to be in the same room with someone that you don't live in the same building with. So they just stopped offering lessons, which is totally understandable. But as a consequence, their customers don't pay them money, and then they cannot give any money to the teachers that are working for them. And this is really much where it really is getting bad right now, because if you remember what I said in the beginning with like the different sources of income, if one of them is breaking away, maybe, there's no guarantee, but maybe there's a way that you are able to make up for that by increasing whatever else you're doing, or by shrinking down your costs or whatever, right? Right now, as the crisis increases from day to day, it's not only that you can't do shows and big events or whatever. We've reached a point where you cannot even have personal contact with people. And whatever you're doing, if you're playing music, if you're teaching music, music is about the community. Music is about to share it with different people. And if all of a sudden everything that requires being with people, if all of a sudden that is not possible anymore, then you have problems. And the thing is that all those different industries kind of affect and influence each other. So let's just try to come up with a little example. So for now, let's just take a company that is launching an event, for example, a fair for musical gear. And then let's take a brand, a manufacturer of gear, and let's take an artist. So on this side we have the Guitar Summit right now. It's the biggest guitar fair in Germany and maybe even in Europe, I don't know. But they're launching the fair once a year. There are like a couple of thousand guys coming there. Brands are there to promote the new stuff they have, to do clinics with their artists and all that stuff, right? So it's a pretty cool thing. Right now the fair is not able to launch it, to make it happen. So what happens then is obviously they lose income, right? They lose money, they lose attention, something that is like, especially nowadays, everything is going so fast. So if you are in a position where you've worked your ass off to get attention, to be known in the scene, and all of a sudden, boom, you have to cancel your flagship kind of event, it might cause a real decrease of attention in the internet and of general attention in the scene. So not good for them, not only for losing income and stuff, but also for losing attention. Then we have the manufacturer. Another really good thing for the brands is to be in direct contact with customers, right? Because they're coming to the booth, they ask you questions, and they share their opinions with you, all that stuff. So there's a lot of stuff happening that has a really good value for the brand. That is not going to happen in this case, right? So let's say Ibanez Guitars, the company that I endorse, if they wouldn't be able to attend these fairs, they would not be able to achieve their marketing goals, right? They wouldn't be able to share the new gear that they have. They wouldn't be able to talk to the guys, to the people, right? So also bad for them. Now the artist. I've worked for Ivanists quite a few times. I always enjoy it. Nice guys. So what I did last year, for example, I did a clinic for them at a fair. I also helped at another fair at the Guitar Summit actually to manage the booth over there, right? So lots of stuff going on there. If now they can't attend the fair because it's not happening, they also can't get me to work with them, right? So for me, that's another source of income. An endorsement is not like, hey, I'm an artist, give me gear for free, right? That's what many people think. It's not something like that. An endorsement is actually a business relationship. So they will need to give me a value and I will need to give them a value. It's as simple as that. So for example, like if you are a renowned artist, obviously the main value that you can give them is your range. So you are offering your services, for example, like doing a video for them or helping out at a fair or doing a clinic, all the things I've mentioned, right? So if I do a clinic, obviously I get paid for that. Might be gear, a guitar, an amp, whatever. If I do a video for them, I get paid for that. Gear, money, whatever you agree on. So if they do not have these events happening, there's really no reason for them to get guys like me, artists, on the boat to work with them, right? So we don't receive gear, we don't receive income. So as I said, all these different parts of the music industry do influence each other and all of them kind of rely on each other. So if one of them is breaking, it will influence all the other ones. So right now really is the time where we need to support each other. And as I said, the music industry is a really tough business anyway. For now, I have much stuff going on, so I don't really want to do Skype lessons a lot or something like that right now. What I want to do is, and you know, like, I don't know about you guys, but in these bad times, I don't tend to be like angry and try to blame politics or whatever for that situation, but I rather get thankful. And right now I'm really thankful for the situation that I am in. So I want to give something back. What I want to do is I want to do some free live stream. So you guys can ask questions or whatever. I will answer them. We will go through a couple of techniques or whatever you want. I can just play something for you. And yeah, I mean, I'm just starting out right now with this channel, so I don't have a big following. I don't even have 100 subs right now. So I would be happy if even some people would attend that stuff and hang out with me. And I would be even happier if I can help you. And as I said, try to give something back to the scene. If you want to support me though, please then leave a sub if you've watched this video till the end. I can't think of someone watching it till the end, but if you are watching, please write me a comment. I'd be so happy to see that. So yeah, the only support I would like to have right now is a sub. Watching my channel sometimes, that will make me happy. Last thing I want to mention today is there are a lot of things out there that you can discuss about, and some things where really individual opinions matter. But I think right now we are experiencing a really serious situation. People are dying lonely in a hospital without anyone. And it's so sad. It's really so, I'm getting sad right now. I'm getting emotional right now. It's so sad that we have to experience this type of situation. So I would rather choose, obviously, to earn a little less money or to earn no money at all if this can save lives. And that is what you should do. Be responsible. Stay at home. If you go out for things that you need to do, wear, you know, gloves, masks, try to have at least 2 meter distance to other persons, right? Be responsible in whatever you do. This is nothing we can discuss. We're talking about lives and we need to save it. We're all in the same boat. We are all human beings, right? So we really need to take this seriously and to do our best that everything will be as it was before and that we can save as much lives as we possibly can. Once again, thank you so much for listening. Hope that the next video will be a little more positive. And yeah, that's it for today. See you then.